Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming. I'm Janelle Tedesco. Welcome to Just 10 with Janelle. Today we're going to be doing a series of hip opening stretches. Our hips can get really tight if we spend a lot of time sitting, if we spend a lot of time standing, and then there are even exercises that you do frequently. They can also tighten up your hips, like cycling, if you do a lot of cycling. So just to try to relieve a lot of that tension, try to open up our hips, we're going to do a series today that should hopefully relieve some of that soreness if you have that. All right, so we're going to start with our feet together like this. And I'm going to ask you to grab onto your ankles. I know some people grab onto their toes, but that's not the best thing for your feet. So just grab onto your ankles and then use your elbows to push your knees down just gently. And just kind of lean forward with a straight-ish back. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but don't want to round over. Just use your elbows, push down. And you can hold on to your ankles and then take a nice deep breath. Okay, now you're going to come up from that. You're going to move your feet away from your body so that you're creating a diamond. Now we're going to take your arms, and if you can, thread them underneath your legs and then come back around and grab your feet. And with this one, we're going to round over. We're going to roll our back and just sort of relax into it and let yourself feel that stretch from your hips. Deep breath. I like this stretch a lot because you can feel it in a different place in the back of your thigh as well, a place that doesn't often get stretched. So I like this one a lot. You can sort of pull yourself forward just a little bit. Get your head closer to your feet. Okay, now slowly release yourself from that. You sort of pretzeled yourself a little bit. Okay, now we're going to lie down on our back. Lie down on your back. I'll lie down on my back. Okay, and just let your hips open up like this. Just sort of let them flop and just sit there for a minute. Not a minute. A series of seconds. A few seconds. You don't know how long. Exactly. Just take a deep breath. I should say a moment. That's much more ambivalent, I think. Okay, the moment has passed. Now, bring your knees up, take your right leg and cross it and put your ankle on your knee. Now, we're going to try to keep this knee as open as we can as we pull in the left knee towards ourselves here. And you can put your arm right through your leg and grab onto your thigh or the back of this leg if that's more comfortable. And just gently pull in. You can even use this elbow to help push this knee, hold this knee from coming back in. You want to flex this foot. It sort of helps protect your knee, believe it or not. Bodies are interesting that way. Breath. Let's see if you can pull that knee in a little closer. Pull your left knee in a little closer while you're pushing back out on your right knee. Okay. Release. Unpretzel yourself. Put your right leg down. Take your left leg again. Take your left leg. Put it over the right knee. Flex your foot, lift up the right leg, arm through the center, and pull up. Pull that right leg closer to you. You know, don't grab and pull. Don't pull till your hips go up. That won't help your hips. So just a gentle pull. Take a deep breath. squeeze both your knees into you just for a moment. And now you can roll up. Okay, now this helps. To me, this is my favorite way to protect your knees and try to open up your hips. Keep your toes together. So you're on your hands and knees like this. Keep your toes together and open up your knees. And at first, the way that I do this is I'll put my palm towards my feet until I can get my knees out as far as I think they're gonna go. And then just move your hips forward. If you can come down on your elbows, do that. And then once you feel like you're in the right spot, see if you can open up your knees to a 90-degree angle from your thighs, if that's possible. You might be up more like this, that's okay. And obviously gravity is sort of pulling your body down a little bit, and this might be very uncomfortable depending on where your hips are. For me, this feels very comfortable, and I like this stretch. But if this one isn't right for you, get out, don't do it. And then you can just sort of massage the area that is the most tense or tight. Find that perfect spot. If you are comfortable, you can also just lie like that, this one. But we're gonna get out of this one for now. And again, I do the same thing. I was coming up too soon. Push your bum back to your feet. Walk your hands back in, and then scoot until you're just right. Okay, so now you're on your knees. You're gonna bring your right foot, not like that, to like a lunge position. Notice how I scooted my knee back, because we're gonna push forward. You don't ever really want your knee to go past your foot. You don't want to go like that in this particular position. So if you need to push this knee back, so this is just a lunge where we go straight down, and just sort of go like this at first. That noise is my bread maker. I forgot that was gonna happen. Enjoy the sounds. Okay, so now take your right foot and scoot it out. If you're using a mat, go out to the edge of your mat. Okay, now what we want to do is get your shoulder so that it can go on the inside of your knee, and then come down to the ground like this. Well, this is the area we're gonna hang out here for a few moments, okay? Because this is both good for opening the hips in two different directions sort of at the same time. I like this one too. Okay, another deep breath. Okay, now walk your hands back up just straight. Okay, straighten your knee. So come back out like this. And since we're here, let's just lean over your right leg. Just sort of relax into that as well. Hamstring stretch. Okay, pull this knee back in. Now we go to the other side. First, we're straight, right? So we're kind of hip distance apart in a regular straight position. Regular straight position. That made perfect sense. Scoot your knee back if you have to, so that you can sink into your hips nice and low, keeping this right above your ankle. Your knee is right above your ankle. Just sort of pushing straight down. Now, take your foot, walk it out either to the edge of your mat or just far enough so that your shoulder can go inside the knee, and then just push down or relax down. Allow your body to work with itself. This is a funny position, isn't it? This is a great hip opener. 2 different ways you're working your body. It's okay to kind of just sway back and forth just a little bit too. I think that also helps your hips out. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help our hips. Ah, that didn't even make any sense. Okay, 1 deep breath. Excellent. Walk your hands up. Straighten the leg. Give yourself a moment to just stretch that hamstring too. Oh, this is a great hamstring stretch. I love this one. I know. We're working on our hips. That's enough of that. Okay. So now just take a moment for yourself as long as you need, coming back into this position. And you can put your feet wherever are the most comfortable for you. And just take another minute as long as you want, a minute, several minutes. But that concludes our hip opening deep stretching today. So I hope that you enjoyed that. And if you did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and come back and see me next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.